What's up, you bastards?
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Kid Clutch from the Christmas Podcast. I'm joined with Bodega. Of course we are.
Yes.
We just got finished watching the Haikyu movie.
The trash movie. No, like the title. The dumpster fight.
The battle at the garbage with the garbage guy. So we both got food and drinks. So you already know we spent about $15,000
at the movie theater. Small drink, $9.
Yeah, small drink, $9. You got a pizza, about $30.
Yeah.
I got some bunch of crunches. You already know. Go to if you fucking like.
We're not sponsored.
We're not sponsored, but if you fuck with these, you already know that's the go-to thing. I got some sliders. I didn't know that my sliders had pickles in them, and I was eating them, and I was like, this tastes like pickles. But I was trying to look at it, but it was so dark, I couldn't fucking see that the pickles. So I just ate fucking pickles in my sandwich, and I fucking hate pickles. So anyway, battle at the dumpster, garbage dump thing. Fantastic fucking movie.
Yeah, it was a great movie. It was despite the title, it was very entertaining. I was a little pissed because it was just the match.
Yeah, at first you were really upset.
And I was like, but then like the match begins, and then the animation was looking so damn clean that I was just there like, okay, I'm not mad.
Yeah,
I'm not mad if we're getting like a 2-hour movie of just pure great animation and volleyball action.
Yeah, I mean, like the animation was it's just so crisp. Like some of the times, you know, like in the other episodes of like Haikyu and stuff, it's kind of like still shots or it's kind of just like quick cuts. So it's not like so it's not the most fluid. But I mean, animation style budget, it's gonna be fantastic. Yeah. And then I love like just the fluidity of just like it was like instead of it being like they hit the ball and then it cuts the person receiving. It's like they hit the ball and you see the ball moving in the air. The guy receives it, and instead of it just cutting, it's like a fluid like transition.
Yeah,
looking like just
even first person shots too. Yeah, and stuff like that, which was great.
The Kenma thing at the very end, like his POV was.
Yeah,
that was so good.
I like that this movie, even though it's a haiku, like and it's Hinata and Kageyama, this was more of a Kenma Kuro story.
Yes, it was the rivalry, and because it was for Nekoma versus Karasuno, which is like. Probably was the most, it's probably the second most hyped up match throughout the whole entire series. The first being against Oikawa's team for
Oki.
Yeah, Oikawa's. That is like the big one of the first rivals they set up, and then like once we get to the training into like with the Nekoma and all the other schools, it was like this is like the main fight of the series.
No, it was very good because like I fell off Haikyu for a while, and then I was watching episodes to get back into it, and the training arc was like for season 4 was just so boring.
Necessary, but not as interesting.
But then like I started watching some of the matches and stuff like that, and I was like, okay, cool. Like I see
this is what it was about.
I see the vision and stuff like that, and getting to see like the rivalry because I complained to Clutch about how I don't like Hinata. I'm not the biggest fan of Hinata or Kageyama because I don't feel like their dynamic or their rivalry does much or is done well. But the rivalry between Kenma and Hinata was fantastic.
Yeah.
The rivalry between Suki and Kuro or Daichi and Kuro was great. But then the dynamic between Kuro and Kenma.
Yes.
Not because I'm like, oh, they're teammates, they're close, they're friends, but no, they're brothers. Like,
no, absolutely.
You go into this man's house, you're not even knocking on the door, you kicking down the man is changing clothes, volleyball. Damn, brother, what if I was naked? Like,
don't matter.
Don't matter. Volleyball is life, and a lot of touching moments. So I liked this movie a lot. For more than just the volleyball aspect of it, but how well they did character development in this movie as a comparison to the anime.
I mean, definitely because I've always been a Haikyu fan. I've always like said in my top 5, if I don't include Naruto, One Piece, it's like it might be different, but like I always keep Haikyu around at like the 5th spot because it's just like it's so well done throughout the whole thing. Like you said, just like the characters really. Shine because you know when you think of like a sports anime, you're like, I want to see like when you think of watching sports, right? You're like, I want to see like these crazy plays. Like you're watching basketball, I want to see dunks, I want to see crossovers, 3-pointers, right? But for me, I don't know how it is for everybody watching basketball or watching different sports, but I relate to like the players. Where like if I like a player or like a team like with players in the team,
you like the chemistry.
I really like. I find myself more appealed to seeing like players shine versus really caring about who wins, unless it's my team. And this is what Haikyu does that incredibly, where it's like you really get this spotlight to these characters,
Okay.
see them, and it's just like, I want this character to play well.
I agree. I mean, I think what Haiku does very well as an ensemble show, that it wasn't just Hinata and Kageyama, because I find them the most boring.
I disagree with the Hinata part. I do think Kageyama is a little like not as much into it because he's very like a very stoic, like standard character where he's like he doesn't really need to change too much into his personality, more so just like his skill in
Well, I mean,
volleyball.
when I say Hinata, I mean more or less outside of playing volleyball. There's not. I don't have much to.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what.
It's not really about Hinata as him as a person. It's him as a volleyball player versus like all the other players. It's about them and who they were as a person, like kind of them growing up. So I do understand what you're saying there.
But like then you have Suki, Daichi,
Yeah.
Asashi, or
Asahi.
Yeah, Asahi, where like you could kind of take a look into their daily lives
Yeah.
a little bit and see the differences and how much pressure they have on them to better represent the school and the alums and their siblings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I rock with that. And I feel like the only time Kageyama has anything to do like that is when like Oki was involved. Okawa.
yeah.
I just call him Oki. And then like his former teammates where they're like,
Yeah.
like stuff like that. I feel like that's the only time where like we get to see any shine. I know you're laughing at what I'm.
Yes.
What's going on over there?
My dog's over there.
And it's so funny. I was trying to hold it together.
Yeah, you were doing good. You were doing good.
I just looked and he is just going to town on himself.
No, it's okay. You can do it, bud. You can do it. No, but absolutely. It's funny how you mentioned too, like because you obviously he didn't watch the previous match because he's on episode 12 of season 3.
Or 13, I guess now.
13, yeah, now of to the top. Haiku to the top.
I have 11 episodes.
So and like you were saying, oh, like man, is this whole movie gonna be about the fucking match? I'm like, yeah. I mean, the freaking next 11 episodes or 12 episodes are about one match in Haikyu, but it's literally like the best. It's probably my favorite match in the series. It's so well done. It's like similar like formula where it's like you get like into the characters more so, and then like the action and like what happens in the match is very interesting. So that's why I was like, oh, I'm surprised you're surprised about that because like like season 3 with when they went against Shiro Torizawa, that shit was 10 episodes.
Yeah, but that was like the number one team.
Yeah,
everyone was like, oh, Shiro Torizawa.
Yeah,
like, even in season 4, they're like, they beat Shiro Torizawa.
Yeah,
do you want to fight Shiro Torizawa? No. And it's like, okay, I got it, but no, it did it well.
Amazing.
I think in a movie aspect, I like that better than having like 10 episodes dedicated to, because at some point I'm like, okay,
the fluidity definitely gets lost sometimes.
Unless we do like a one pace type thing where like one intro, one outro.
Yeah, I agree.
Everything in the middle,
like there is room for like cliffhangers in the episodes, so, like, make it interesting, but like a lot of times like that fluidity is lost because you have to do the match and then you have to end it somewhere and then kind of give a small recap to kind of like get back into the flow. So yeah, it does ruin
a lot of stop and starts,
a lot of the flow of the match. So that's why the movie was really good. When I don't know how they're gonna do. So they said they're finishing up Haikyu in this movie and then one more movie coming up. I don't know if they're gonna finish like what they kind of are doing right now in the next movie, and they're gonna finish off with a season. But like, there's way too much content
for it to
only be one movie.
Especially if it's just gonna be one game.
Yeah, especially like there definitely wouldn't, because there's at least 2 more games that aren't, I guess, like they're not as long as the Nekoma one or like the one in the Inazaki one that you didn't watch yet. They're not as long as those, but like the 2 games is kind of pushing it, like especially with a little bit more aftermath. It's gonna be tough to do in one movie, so like
it has to be a season. Like
there has to be,
like, to just wrap it up.
I hope there is, because like there is like a lot of, it's just really interesting. It's like it's just more content. Like 12 episodes is more than one movie.
Yeah.
So like I hope they do a season, or I hope they do like a Demon Slayer type thing where they do the movie and then introduce the season type thing. Like
that'd be fine.
I hope they do that.
I think that'd be solid.
That's gonna be the best, because like I love Haikyu, but like it's been finished. Like I've read the manga and like it's been finished for a long time. So like it's kind of like the Attack on Titan, where it's like you start reading Attack on Titan, and then like it's really good, but then like there's not much news for it, and then it kind of dies down, the hype dies down, and you forget how good it is.
Yeah, it's been so long since like I felt the need to like
Yeah.
get involved. Honestly, I forgot that I never finished season 4.
Yeah.
Like I was just like, oh, I never finished it. I think what didn't help was Blue Lock stepped on the scene.
Yeah. Talking about
and
that
like,
soon.
and
but
had like all the momentum. Like,
it really did
with like Japan and everything.
with the World Cup and
Yeah,
just, yeah.
like the timing was just
I mean,
amazing.
that was a fantastic time. Like, of all the times to drop this sports anime, that was the best time.
And then have Japan do very well.
Yeah,
at
that
the same
was
time.
oh, that skyrocketed. Like it was gonna do good regardless.
Yeah,
but like it skyrocketed at that point.
Fucking soared. But
Yeah.
speaking of flying and soaring, I think this did really good as a movie to push Haikyu, but you said like Hinata had gotten like crazy, and I still haven't seen it yet.
Because you didn't see the last 11 episodes, and you see the growth in those 11 episodes, and now it's kind of just the aftermath where it's kind of like natural. Because you see him how he's like receiving everything, like he wasn't doing that before.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like you see him like he's like easily receiving them, and like just like it's like part of his like repertoire now. But like in the last match, it like amplified like Hinata's gotten so much better because he's so much better at like understanding more intricate parts of the game.
Well, I agree there, but I think what I expected more was to see him be more dominant, is what I expected, and I feel like his skill bait, like in terms of raw offensive power, is still the same.
Offensive, yeah, because he's already really good offensively.
Yeah, but I expected it to be more like the other. I forgot his name. The one who looks like a bird.
Hoshimi.
Yeah,
Hoshimi is like the best player.
Yeah, no, but
probably right now he's the best player in like the.
I mean more in like just off like offensive ability, like when we got to see like Hinata fly, like extra fly, I was like, that's great, you know. But like I expected like a new tool to be added to the bag outside of just being able to receive.
Yeah,
you know, you got to witness a lot of these great players have this whole camp. You couldn't participate. But like I read him like my man has a Sharingan because he's like just staring and observing everything. So I expected him to pick something up outside of just receiving. But you know, because right now I can't see a way him being better than the little giant.
That's kind of like the point of it though, where it's like he's not like as an individual player. That's why like in the very beginning of the season, the coach for Shield I was like, I don't see you any worth in you without that setter, without Kageyama, because it's like. He has like this skill set, but it's only really good because of Kageyama, right? And that's kind of like his like internal like struggle, where it's like I have this fucking great weapon on me, but I need the ammo for it. Like I need someone to be able to like to pull the trigger for me, right? So I think that's like for him, that is what does so well for his character, where it's like he's not Isagi.
I agree.
He's not Isagi. He's not Rin. Like he's not even like Nagi. He's more like a. I guess I can't even compare it to like a Blue Lock character because they're all fucking egoists. Like it's like impossible. It's like I guess like the best way to kind of like compare it is like if he's like in like a basketball sense, like a Chris Paul or something like where.
But my issue is we don't get to see him struggle with that internal strife long enough, or it's not. I don't feel like
it's more exemplified in the next match. And it's more so like he's gotten a lot better now, so he can fight with his own weapons. But like throughout the whole time, it's like he's clearly not good enough. He just has like this one niche, and then he kind of grows. And it's like okay, he's getting a little bit better, but he's still clearly not as good as like the top tiers.
Yeah, he's growing into a more all around player. But I mean, with the show coming to an end soon, I'm expecting him to, you know, like I'm gonna be king of the pirates. I'm gonna be the Hokage. Like I'm gonna be the little giant. I'm gonna be that hit. I'm gonna be that guy. And it's like I don't even see Kageyama being that guy because
Kageyama's almost there.
But no, the thing is, I don't see Kageyama getting any better. When he went like from what I saw in the training arc, I didn't see anything better. It's not like you were around all these star players and they all tried to develop a new skill or get better. I saw him do the same thing. And a big part of what pissed me off in the movie was that like Kenma is fucking puppeteering.
Yeah.
And my man's not even trying.
Mm-hmm. He was trying for the first time in this.
Yeah. Like, you know, but then you have Kageyama who's just kind of just there. Like, yes, Hinata's not you can't go to Hinata right now, right? But you have other players, and you're not talking to them, you're not utilizing them
Yeah.
in a way that like it's gonna benefit them.
Well, that's the flaw in his game.
But it's been like that forever.
But that's
so
kind of the point, because he's like this very talented, like genius level talent, but like his issue is being a leader. He's not a leader, and that's like the biggest flaw of his thing, where he cannot be like how Oikawa is, where like, oh, like last second of the game, he fucking points to his freaking ace to fucking set the ball from the other side, because he has the trust. Like, he trusts in his players and can be the leader. Like, I trust you. This is the moment now. Like,
but how long are we gonna just have this character have little to no like depth as a character, and this major flaw? Because there's just no way. Because at this point, it's just like
you'll see what happens. I mean, you'll see. What
I feel like Kageyama is what Sasuke could have been if Sasuke didn't have any backstory, like no depth.
Probably, but I think that's kind of the point, because we're looking at through Hinata's eyes. So Hinata sees Kageyama as this like giant wall, so you don't see the depth to the wall because he hasn't overcome it, right? So like there's stuff that happens later like the very manga. End, manga, and like it does help so much with everything. It's a little bit too late, I will admit, but like it's so good. And like what you said about like Hinata being that guy and stuff like that, it's like you really see this drastic shift that's so well done. I don't even know if we'll get to that stuff like at any point, because one movie's not covering that stuff. If you read the manga, you know, but there's just so much like stuff about Haikyu that I love, where it's like I would agree that Kageyama is like more as a character not as interesting. I never really cared for Kageyama as a character. Hinata I like, is like there's like he's clearly like goes through issues, but then like he's like he stands on business.
He's always up.
Like when he fucking did the thing against Ushiwaka, where like the ball was going, he fucking jumps that shit and grabs that shit, and it's like looking at him like, I'm from the concrete. We're gonna beat your dad. Like, we're gonna beat you. Like he always stands on business. It's like he's tough for that. To me.
No, I mean, there are things about Hinata that I like, but I think overall there are things I'm just missing.
Yeah.
And I think I would like him more if I got it. It's crazy how like Oki is probably my favorite character.
Most people's, yeah. And
like it's not like he has a lot of like screen time or stuff like that, but like anytime he's been on there, it's just like wow.
Yeah, he captivates it absolutely.
And he's not even the best player. Like I like Bakudo.
Bakudo's tough.
Is great.
He's incredible, yeah.
Story wise, incredible. Action wise, incredible. But like I don't know, I feel like it sucks that like everyone in the team has a great development, like Yamaguchi, Suki, the 3 OGs.
Yeah.
But I'm missing that from Hinata and Kageyama. I don't really care if we get it from Kageyama, but I want it more from Hinata. But
you haven't seen like, when you watch the last
I'll watch.
You'll be like, okay, I kind of see what happened, and you're gonna have a little bit more like, okay, Kageyama, I agree with you 1,000%. No question. Where it's like Kageyama definitely falls short. I think that's kind of the point of his character, which is like fine by me, because you know what, like I don't care for him. I didn't like him to begin with, so like fine. It's definitely the point of his character, but Hinata, once you kind of see everything, it's a little bit better.
Okay.
And then so that's what happened. But back to the movie though, like I mean that the fluidity was amazing. Like that sequence, like near the end, where it was like about Kuro, and they were just going back and forth, and like you were like, man, this is crisp. Like, oh my god.
No, bro, like that last match, like the first match was solid, like in fluidity. Second match, I think, was the weakest of the two, but nothing bad. Nothing where like you're like, oh, this is like, it was still solid. But then the third match, especially towards the end, where like you get the Kuro and
Suki stuff.
Oh my god, Suki stuff, but the Kenma,
yeah. I know you love that part too. Yeah, I like that part too. I mean, I like them as a friendship.
And then when man, I'm down to watch the series about them. But like when Kenma got a fucking concussion, and he was still playing with that dog in him and stuff like that, and like just saying like, like, thank you, Kuro, for like teaching me volleyball.
Yeah,
I was fucking crying. I was like, man,
it's volleyball, but you never think you'd be so emotional about volleyball, because like
I like
these characters are so like, they're just so like wholesome, and you like you want to see them succeed.
I agree. I do wish we got some like more like Blue Lock aspects into it.
Blue Lock is crazy.
Just like that. I like some of that, like just shit talking, But it's Japan. It's like they're very respectful.
But so is Blue Lock, but it's a different environment. Yeah,
it's a respectful culture. I mean, Jinpachi is like, no, talk shit.
Yeah,
talk
because
shit.
I guess you're like, I mean, I wish they would like taunt a little bit. I'm like, I'm pretty sure if they did that in the match, they'd get fucking a technical or they get like a warning.
Yeah.
Because you can't do that. That's why they don't do it.
Nah. If Kemba was pulling strings like that on me, and I was
Oh,
out
yeah.
there and spiked it, I'd have been like, done. It's a wrap. You know.
I love
you scared him when he was just there. Like, always stay interesting.
Yeah.
And he was just.
You were like, that's creepy. So.
I would have been like, oh, you finally coming alive?
Yeah, yeah, that shit was tough.
If you had to rate this movie, what would you rate it?
I love Haikyu, bro. I honestly give it. I
can't say a 10.
I'm giving it a 10, bro.
Wow,
I would love the whole thing, bro. Like, I was interested in
a 10.
If we're doing comparatively to like the series as a whole, probably a 9.5. But like, I think for me, a lot of Haikyu is just a 10 out of 10.
The reason why I can't say it's a 10 out of 10 is while this is an important rivalry match, I feel like if maybe the stakes were like for the chip, then I would say it was a 10 out of 10.
But I think they didn't say it in the movie, which is like interesting to me. Where like in the manga or like, at some point, once like Nekoma lost, they were talking to each other. They're like, man, like they were talking about like, oh, like I guess y'all didn't actually believe you'd win this whole thing, stuff like that. And they were like, yeah, I don't think most people 100% believe they'll win. But then they said like, oh, like, but like we did good though because like I mean like, did we really think we're gonna beat them when they just beat the fucking second-rated team in the fucking high school, like in the high school country? It's like, no, we weren't gonna beat them. They just beat like the fucking powerhouse giant of the fucking series, and we're just like a good solid school. We're not gonna beat them.
I mean, they're very solid.
Yeah, but like, comparatively, they weren't.
I mean, they put them through. I think, if I'm remembering correctly, like the craziest match. Because like even Shiratorizawa, I feel like had a.
No.
I don't remember. It's been a while.
They won the last set by 4 points. Like they did. It was 25.
No, I mean like I don't remember. Like I mean like when I say like really put them through it, like their cardio, their stamina. Like I don't remember them like being near death. Like
against Shiratorizawa. That was the
because like all of them were like the second the match was done, except Hinata. Yeah. They were like, Kenma was like, I'm gonna die.
Because that was the point where it's like Nekoma like just receives everything and gets things up. So it's like you have to exert so much pressure.
Oh, hello, we have our special guest. This is not the one that is going to town on himself.
Yeah.
He's biting his bed currently, but yes, we have a special guest. Okay. Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah. Okay. But what would you rate it? Oh, you said 10?
I'll say a 9.5 because it's not my favorite match in the series. I like the previous one a little bit more.
I'll rate this a 9.
Fair enough.
You're gonna see the tail on the screen, but it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
But I rated a 9. I recommend anyone who's watched the movie to check it out.
Anybody who watches Haikyu is gonna check it out. And if y'all don't fuck with Haikyu, bro, y'all gotta get on it. It's not cringe. It's not weird sports. It's fucking fantastic storytelling.
I could see why people wouldn't like it though.
Oh, I definitely could see too.
Like it being a little too happy-go-lucky because I don't really. I mean, as someone who like
it's not Blue Lock.
As someone who played sports, it was never that like chipper.
But we played America.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's
yeah.
our experience. You know, like it was never that chipper.
Yeah.
You know, so it's weird to see. It's wholesome, but it is a little weird to see. Yeah. And so I can understand people like this isn't realistic for me, like sports wise. So
I'd agree with that. Where it's like for me, it's like they're obviously like not like enemies, but like they're not like friends when they're going against each other. But like when I played sports, if I went against someone, I fucking hated them. Like I would literally be like, I'd be like, y'all, I ain't cool with y'all. Like fuck y'all. Like y'all my enemies right now.
I was just nice. I was just nice.
That's why like so. I mean, I definitely see that. The one thing I'll say is if you don't want to get into Haikyu because you don't like volleyball or care for volleyball, that's not a good reason for me. Because it's like,
oh no,
most people don't like volleyball, whatever. But like, you learn to love volleyball. Like,
volleyball is a solid sport.
It is a solid sport.
I've always liked it.
It's always been interesting. Once I watched Haikyu, I was like, I like volleyball's interesting. Volleyball's really fun because like you see like the dynamics of the sport and just the way they use the characters and just like give depth to most of the characters is just so well done.
I love how everyone kind of gets a moment to shine a little bit.
Yeah.
I think that's really well. But I rated. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I rated about a 9.
9.5 over here. Yeah. It was so good. I was like the whole time like I love this. This is like so good.
Yeah, we were just talking shit too the whole movie. We were like, oh damn, oh damn. Like, so it was nice to watch. But I think I was pleasantly surprised. You know, a lot of anime movies I feel like lately have been kind of buns to an extent.
There was Demon Slayer recently.
Demon Slayer.
What was before that?
Um,
Wasn't it good or was it
even,
bad?
I mean, even the other Mugen Train, I feel like half the movie was
Yeah.
just kind of buns. Also, it wasn't until Rengoku kind of did shit.
What was the one right before Demon Slayer that we
My
saw?
Hero.
It was before that.
We
I
watched,
think
we
so.
watched My Hero.
Yeah, My Hero. It was like whatever.
Where he did the JoJo in place.
Yeah.
That was kind of buns. I'm excited to watch Nagi's special.
Oh yeah. I forgot about Nagi stuff.
What's up?
She's being so drama queen right now. Go.
But I'm excited to watch the Nagi stuff. But we could talk about that in the next episode. But do you have anything else you want to wrap?
No, I think we didn't really talk too much about like what happened in the movie, but like we just kind of shared our thoughts. I mean,
we kind of want like people to like watch it for themselves.
Yeah,
and get an idea because like it's still early. The movie just came out like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, a week ago. Yeah,
week or two. Yeah. So like because we're filming this. What's today? The 8th.
8th. Yeah.
So like still
a little bit of time.
Still a little bit of time, but I mean like the rallies were intense. The action, the story, the developments of characters were dope. It's pretty much what you expect if you watch any bit of Haikyu. Just take it to level 10.
Yeah, with great animation the whole time.
Yeah, fantastic animation.
So definitely, yeah. I mean, if y'all mess with that, let us know what y'all thought about the movie and like the parts that you guys really enjoyed down below.
Mm-hmm.
Let us know your opinion on Haikyu. Who's your favorite character? Let us know what y'all want us to talk about next. We are going to talk about
what is the best sports anime, and we're going to limit it to mostly 3. We'll call it the big 3, the 3 most popular or most known, and that is Kuroko no Basket, Haikyu, and Blue Lock. So tune in for that. We're about to film that next. If you liked our discussion in this video, make sure to like the video. Make sure to share with the friends. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you haven't, I'm looking at you. You are slacking, and I don't like you. And your mom is ugly.
Also, check out our TikTok lives.
We've been trying to go live a little bit and just try to figure that out. Me and The Real Deal went live yesterday to talk about Bad Boys 4. We weren't sure if we were going to make that a video, so we just wanted to talk about it a little bit. But tune in for the lives. We want to have more discussion. So with all that being said, we will catch you guys next time. We are the Curse Ones, and we out. Peace.
Later.